What's that, fanboy? You taking notes over there? Want to be a hero too, huh?
Yes, more than anything.
This interaction between everyone's favorite cinnamon roll and stranger danger over here perfectly encapsulates what goal Deku will be striving for throughout this series. Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku, is a driven student who wants nothing more than to become a hero. In order to achieve his goal of becoming a hero, he must first get into UA High School, which is the most prestigious hero academy in all of Japan. This video will analyze whether the first episode and beginning of Izuku's journey was a good start to the My Hero Academia series. We will do this by checking off the 4 categories of what make up a great first episode. These include the premise, the characters, the structure, and the hook/promise. We'll begin by discussing the premise of the series and its job to establish what genre the show will be working within and what challenges/conflicts will the main character be encountering, and next you have to show the themes you'll be touching on and the message you want to send to the viewer. This episode sets up the superhero genre of the series by introducing us to the superhuman society and showing us multiple heroes in action, including All Might, Death Arms, Backdraft, Camille Woods, and Mount Lady. Within the first minute of this 24-minute episode, we are shown a flashback to Deku's past as a child, where he is standing up to Bakugou, who we'll be introduced to later in this episode. This first minute shows us that Deku is the underdog of this story, but he won't let that stop him from protecting someone in danger. Bakugou then says,
You don't stand a chance without a quirk, Deku.
Now we know one of the main challenges and conflicts that Deku will be facing. These are trying to reach the same level as people with quirks and the conflict that will continue throughout the series with his longtime rival Bakugou. This doesn't have to do with the premise, but we get to see this amazing transition from past to present through a puddle, and it is amazing. Additionally, the theme of the series... No, not that theme, even though it is amazing. This episode actually sets up multiple themes. These include themes of justice and transformation. The theme of justice is represented in the opening fight of the episode where the heroes apprehend a villain. The theme of transformation is set up in this episode by showing us Deku striving to be a hero. This tells us that the series will follow his journey in becoming a hero, therefore going through a transformation. The message within this episode, in my opinion, is to never give up on your dreams no matter what others say. In this episode, we're introduced to 3 of the main characters: Izuku Midoriya, Katsuki, Bakugou, and All Might. There are several characters in My Hero Academia, and if you consider the students in Class 1A as main characters, then it would be nearly impossible to introduce all of them in the first episode. That's why I think it's okay that we're only introduced to 3 because they form a perfect triangle. This works because All Might is a huge inspiration for both Deku and Bakugou, so it makes sense to set up the series using these 3 characters. This episode is presented in a 3-act structure that goes through the setup, confrontation, and the resolution. The setup, of course, involves introducing us to the superhuman society and our main character, Deku. Then we're shown a long-term conflict that Deku will face throughout the series, which is his rivalry with Bakugou. But the main conflict within the episode is with the sludge monster and when Deku encounters it under a bridge. The resolution of the episode is when All Might arrives under the bridge to save Deku from the sludge monster. At the conclusion of the episode, we are left with Deku asking All Might,
Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk? I'm a normal kid without any powers. Could I ever hope to be someone like you?
The music in My Hero Academia is amazing. I've rewatched this episode multiple times, especially while making this video, and every time the music picks up, it gives me goosebumps. The theme music for this season is also just fantastic. Another extra point is, in my opinion, the funniest moment in the episode, which would have to be when Deku wants All Might to sign his journal, and then he realizes that he's already signed it. Alright, now we've come to the conclusion of this analysis, and I believe it's safe to say that this episode was a plus ultra start to the series and will earn a 5 out of 5 from me. Be sure to let me know what you think of the first episode of My Hero Academia, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel for future content, and always remember, keep on collecting.